With so much to see and do here in northern Michigan, it's really impossible to get to it all. There's only so many hours in the day, and that's why we have our weekend wrap-up. It's time for us all to come together, no matter who you are, to share the thing that we all have in common, a love for northern Michigan. So, there she is, producer Marilyn Bailey. Howdy, Em.
Hey, Eric. How are you doing?
Fantastic. How was your weekend?
It was relaxing, I guess you could say. Most of the time I spent catching up on my Paramount Plus shows, so a good round of movies and TV shows.
It was a perfectly gray and drizzly weekend for catching up on some television.
Yes.
Now,
but what about you? What did you do?
Kind of something similar. I mean, just kind of things around the house. Caught up on some errands that I needed to do, but pretty much the big ticket item for my weekend was I got to head to the Perry Hotel. I got some images, yes. So shooting a segment with our good friend, Chef Adam Hightower at the Perry, that I am so very excited to share this segment with you all in the coming months. It's just what they're doing for their guests is phenomenal. And as you can see, I couldn't help just taking pictures of everything. They make it all such an experience, and I had a wonderful time, and I can't wait to go back.
It looks absolutely delicious.
It was a fun time. Really fun. Can't wait to share that with everybody.
Anytime he makes his way to our kitchen here at the Heritage House, just absolutely
the entire
amazing.
building smells so wonderful.
Yes. And I never thought that squid noodles would smell so good, but they definitely did.
They absolutely do. Now we got one more submission for our weekend wrap-up.
Yes, one of our producers here actually at 9 and 10 News had an encounter with a furry friend. And this opossum was in their trash, just chilling on the porch eating garbage, just doing opossum things as they do. Some fun facts about these cute hairless-tailed fur babies. It's a common myth that they can be rabid and they actually are resistant to rabies. Another fun fact, they eat more than 90% of the ticks they encounter, according to the National Park Service, eating more than 5,000 ticks in a single season. Now, if you live in an area with ticks,
like us,
northern Michigan, you want them around. And lastly, they also eat cockroaches, crickets, beetles, mice, and rats, basically a personal pest killer, and they're super cute.
Yeah, look at that face. Look at that face. Now, they can get frostbite, so for all the viewers out there, if you come across a possum that has snuck into your garage, basement, home, I get it. They can be surprising and a little scary, but again, rabies resistant. They are being pushed inside because it's cold. Know what else is being pushed inside because it's cold? Insects, mice,
rats,
ticks, rats, all the things that possum eats. And I don't know about you folks at home, but I would rather have a possum camping out in my garage over the winter than come in there in spring and have to get rid of all the spiders and cockroaches and ticks and everything else that had moved in. I'd rather just go to where I know it's camping out and be like, okay, buddy, it's spring, out you go, as opposed to, having to call an exterminator 7 or 8 times to get the place cleared out.
Yes, and that's a very expensive bill. It's a very expensive bill to worry about taking care of the pests in your home. So
it is.
If you have a local traveler, a furry friend that likes to travel into your yard, definitely be mindful that they're cleaning up some of that the pests in your yard that you may or may not
it's saving you a bunch of money.
Yes.
Let's look at it from a real let's get people motivated perspective. Hundreds of dollars.
Yes.
Possums are free.
Exactly. And we want you to celebrate with us.
Yes, we do.
And show us what makes our region so special. And we have our weekend roundup here every Monday where the 9 and 10 team, along with us here on the 4, we want you to join us. So
send us in a photo or short video with your name, location, and a brief description, all to the4@9and10news.com to be featured, especially with the long weekend coming up. We want to see how everyone's spending their Thanksgiving, so please get those submissions in. And as we're all looking ahead to Thursday, not everyone spends the day the same way. So what's your favorite part of the holiday? We want to know. Is it the football, the food, the friends and family, or the floats? Just scan the QR code that you see on your screen to get your opinion in the mix. Now let's take a look here. Family and Friends has actually dropped a little bit, Michael.
First of all, I mean, that's the number one thing. But second off, I'm really upset at the naps after the meal is only 4%. That needs to get jacked up a little more.
Oh,
I mean, come on. Let's be honest.
Nothing like the Thanksgiving-itis.
The Lions have not won a Thanksgiving football game since 2016.
I'm excited for football this year.
So you always fell asleep at halftime, okay? It's fine. It's okay. That needs to be higher, okay? That's when, the tryptophan kicks in. You wake up, the Lions lost, it's okay. You had a good nap.
This year, though, you're going to have to power nap during halftime so you don't miss anything.
I mean, to be fair,
it's going to be a good game.
The way this season's going, you could just sleep and know you'll be 11-1 by the end of the game. Yeah, watch.
Just in case.
Thanksgiving's just going to be the worst game.
Just in case.
And also, let me just say this. Thankful, I love possums.
Don't hate on our possums.
I'm not.
Don't hate on our possums.
Let's not beat around the bush, though, and call them cute. They are not cute. They are one of the ugliest animals on the face of Earth. But they are also one of the handiest and helpful animals on Earth.
Look at them.
That thing is the ugliest thing you've ever seen in your life.
I want to scritch that face.
No,
Look at
you
those eyes.
don't.
I do. Scritchy face.
That
scritchy,
is one
scritchy,
of,
scritchy.
You know the Chihuahua that's in Deadpool and Wolverine? Literally looks just like that. The ugliest dog in the world? That's what it looks like. Am I wrong?
No,
I don't think so.
You're not super wrong.
But I love possums.
I wish we could get a side-by-side of those two. Because that is so perfect.